Welcome. I'm Terry, and I'm creating this video to help people introduce touch to their bodies and to create a nourishing self-care practice. These are tips and processes and ways of interacting and engaging with your own body based off of my personal and professional experience in working with bodies, in practicing my wellness practices, my mindfulness practices, and my self-care practices. So here we are. Welcome. What we're going to talk about today and move through is self-touch, specifically around the scalp, the face, and the neck. And then in further videos, we will go through the other different parts of the body, like the arms, the hands, the chest, the back, the lats, the QLs, the glutes, the quads, the hamstrings, the calves, the shins, the feet, and we'll bring it all together. The intention is to create and explore and soothe and nourish and feel what you might need for this practice is a yoga mat. We're going to be in a seated position the entire time, so a block, a bolster, a towel, a blanket, anything that you think you might need to make you feel most comfortable. I'm just going to be in a cross-legged position, and probably, but I may shift. And I have a blanket underneath me to give me a little lift. A yoga block might be really great in this position. What we want to do is we want to be upright, and we want our spine to be stacked, and we want to feel as much ease in our body as possible. So currently I have my crystals on me. I just checked my chakras to see if any of my chakras were out of balance, and I got feedback on my throat chakra, my third eye chakra, my root chakra, my crown chakra, and my solar plexus chakra. So I have crystals on me to help me balance those and resonate with the frequency of those stones. I also have my beautiful rose quartz crystal here in front of me. I have the frog of serenity in the back. I have my sound bowl. I have my selenite. I have my hot tea. I have macadamia oil, which I will use when I go through my scalp to give myself a little scalp treatment. So if you have some type of oil that you would like to use to give yourself that little treatment for your hair, for your scalp, or just because you want to, then please grab that. I also have a bottle of water, and I have some ASMR in the background just to create atmosphere. So once you have that, come back, and we're going to start with our hands really anywhere that feel comfortable for you. I'm going to keep mine on my knees here, and I'm going to just find a rhythm with my breath. We can start by taking 3 cleansing breaths. So take a deep breath in through your nose. And let it out through your mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. One more time. This is going to help us calm our nervous system so that we can fall into the practice a little bit easier. I want to begin by feeling into my body. You can keep your eyes closed. You can watch what I'm doing. What I really want you to do is move intuitively. Just listen. Just explore. I'm here as a guide if you need it. But anything that you want to do on your own, you're welcome to do as well. So I'm just going to move a little bit. And then I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to make contact with my scalp. If you have long hair and you have it tied up or pulled up in some kind of way, then just take that out of your hair. Just let your hair be free. Just let it do what it wants to do. I want you to really make contact with your hair, your scalp. If you don't have hair, make contact with your scalp. Just run your hands, your fingers through it. Just feel all of it. There's a thick band of connective tissue that runs along the top of your head, and it connects two of your muscles, your frontalis and your occipitalis. And that band of connective tissue just needs a little attention. Then we have our temporalis on the sides of our head. Why don't you go ahead and rest the heel of your hand on the temporalis and just start doing some nice circles going forward. And then we can go backwards, really trying to grab as much of the skin as you can. When we're doing this, we're also releasing the fascia, which is the connective tissue. Which gets super tight. It's what holds on to so many different emotions. It tries to keep us together. It tries to protect us. Our body, our vessel, does a really good job at trying to protect itself and us within that. But sometimes that protective mechanism can end up hurting us. So we would do well to just feel our bodies, honor our bodies, give it love, give it attention. Right now I'm just running my hands down the back of my head, kind of pinching as I go down around the spine, around those muscles, at the base of my skull. I'm just kind of feeling. I'm not necessarily trying to dig into anything. We're just touching. We're just feeling ourselves. So now after we've kind of run through our scalp, we can kind of come down. I also have macadamia oil on my face and on my hands already, so I'm gonna just kind of feel my face. Run my fingers up around on my forehead and around my eyebrows. I'm just gonna feel if if I feel any tension. Does this feel good? Does this feel productive? Does this feel relevant? And for me, it does, because boy, howdy, do I need touch. Right? Then we're going to come down around the eyes. I like to really get my fingers just underneath my eyelash line. And I like to feel the curves of my face, of my cheekbones. Kind of draw up. I'm pulling down over the sinuses and opening up those passages, creating some space for breath. Inside of this process, make sure that you're breathing. If you can, breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose. Nose breathing is better for our nervous system. Mouth breathing, there's that frog. Mouth breathing can excite the sympathetic nervous system response, which is that fight or flight response. And nose breathing can help calm it and engage the parasympathetic nervous system response. Which can come down to my chin, go up towards my ears, make contact with my ears. Ooh, really using the full palm of my hand to glide over the ears and pull back. Feels really good. We can kind of come back and come back down to the back of the neck. Using our full hands, all of our fingers, the palms of our hands, and really just kind of pulling that skin back and forth. Like I said, I already have oil on my skin, so if you don't have any oil on your skin, on your hands or on your skin, you might want to put some on, maybe grab some lotion. It's going to make this process a little bit more enjoyable to glide over it. But it's not necessary. Come down and try to avoid hitting this microphone as much as possible. I'm just going to come down to the front of the neck. Turning with my neck while simultaneously using my hands to pull in the opposite direction. Come bring that off. Kind of pull that off of your arms, shaking off any energy that doesn't need to be there. Good. Now come back to the face. Got a little hair. The jaw gets so tight on all of this. So I want to pay some attention here. And I want to just do some circular motions. Just kind of assessing for myself to see what parts of my jaw feel really tight. Your masseter, which is about this section here, is the strongest muscle in our body, and it is limited by the bones of our mouth, our teeth, really. And so this muscle holds on to a lot. A lot of tension for a lot of people. A lot of people that grind their teeth. A lot of people that have stress. Emotionally, this area is tied to not being able to say the things that you want to say, always clenching your jaw, biting your tongue, holding yourself back, not expressing yourself. And so we want to come to this area and we want to honor it, we want to meet it, and we want to see if we can get some of this just to move out. And play with finding points of tension, applying pressure, and then opening your jaw. Just do that for a little bit. Remembering to breathe. And just play around with movement. Get weird with it. Nobody can see you unless you're doing it in front of somebody. Then we can come back up to the temporalis, sides of the head, clamp down with the pads of our hands, the heels of our hands, and I like to use our fingers to create leverage. So I'm going to apply pressure in, and then I'm going to lift up. I'm going to open my jaw. Play around with movement. And if you're really tight, you might really feel it through this area here. So just do that for a little while. See how that feels. Come back up to the scalp. And take my thumbs right on the sides there. I'm just going to do some circles. Again, work intuitively. You're welcome to follow along, but if something calls to you specifically, then play around. I'm going to circle back to the back of my head with my thumbs, which feels really good. Get some rotation in there with your neck. Come back up to the top. Now this is the fun part if you have long hair, but if you don't, then keep doing what calls to you. Sorry. So we can all start with our fingers going through our hair line and just doing circular motions, just hitting the top of that scalp. Just going back. You can do one hand at a time. And then once you've had enough of that, you're feeling good there, we're going to take, you might need quite a bit of hair to do this the way I'm gonna do it, but you can try and do it a few different ways. Just play around with it. But I'm going to collect the hair right in the middle, use my fingers, and then I'm going to pull straight up. So I'm going to do a nice fascial stretch on the top of the head. kind of lifting myself up, lifting myself out of my seat. You don't have to pull so hard that you're pulling out hair. It's a little bit goes a long way when it comes to the fascia. So just pull up a little bit, and then slowly, as slow as you can, release the fascia back down. And you'll notice the weight of the fascia as you release into that. And then I want us to just kind of journey into a closing of this little self-care practice of ours. And I want us to brush our hands across our head, thank our head, thank our scalp, thank our skull, thank our brain, thank our face and our skin and our ears and our eyes and our nose and our lips and our cheeks and our jaws and our facial hair or our smooth skin, our necks. Thank every aspect of ourselves. Thank our bodies. Thank our hands. Thank our arms. Thank everything. Send love, send light, send gratitude to your body. And next time, we'll be getting into the arms, we'll be getting into the chest, and we might be getting into the upper shoulders, but I might save that for the next video after that. So, thank you for joining. We'll see how these videos keep going, and if you have any questions or comments or feedback or just anything that you want to talk about, feel free to leave a comment. But if not, then I will see you next time, and I hope you all get a great sleep.